Hi friends, this is Jill from Young at Heart Designs. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be just doing a quick little tutorial on how to create this wine crate storage from castings, IOD castings and stamps. These are the two colors that I put together with a lot of white to create the color of the box itself. I am using all IOD products today. I'm using 3 different molds. This one is called Laurels, and it's a very classic designs. I get all my molds from Stacy at createitcrafts.shop. And she has all of these in stock that I'm using today. I'm using the Sculpey air dried clay, making my castings. I love this clay because it is real easy to work with, and it on bigger pieces like this, they just demold wonderfully. And I do have arthritis in my fingers, and so it really does make a difference in the clay because I can work with it a little bit better without hurting. And so this is Laurels, and then I'm using Felicity, which is a cabbage rose mold, and then I'm also using Fleur de Lis for the little jumping rabbit. All 3 of these are very classic and beautiful molds. And I'm also going to be using a stamp called Reverie from IOD on the 2 short ends, just to give it a little something as well. I used the same castings on the front, on the 2 long sides of the crate. So I doubled up. So here we go. This is that cute little jumping rabbit, and this is the Felicity mold. It's a deep mold, and it's beautiful. Whether you're using the clay or, more of I use mixed molds sometimes, which is more of a plaster type of set, and then also with the resin, they just turn out beautifully. They're just so pretty. And I love the variation of the different flowers in here. You can make a whole garden with that. Now, I am using the color Ivory from Paint Couture, and while these are still soft, I am using a round brush to paint them because I find if I use a flat brush, it is just a little too rough and can mess up my design of the mold. Of the casting. And so I just like using a round brush while it's still soft. And then after this, I guess let it dry just a little bit so that it's not so messy to glue on. Then I'm going to use a product called Quick and Thick, which is Type Bond Quick and Thick glue. And I get that on Amazon, but you can get it at Lowe's. Probably any hardware store would carry it, but it's a really good, quick setting and strong glue. And here I'm just drying a little bit of the paint. There's that Quick and Thick. And so here I'm going to make my design by gluing it on. And the thing I love about this glue is that it really does set pretty quickly and stays on. So, like I said, I used the castings on the 2 long sides, and then you're going to see a quick video of me doing the stamping of the Reverie stamp on the 2 short ends. I think it's so cute how he's jumping over the flowers. I've always had a thing for rabbits. Now, this first casting of the Laurel did great, no problems. The second one broke a little bit, but it's really no big deal. You just push it together as you're gluing it back on, and it's really no big deal if it kind of comes apart. You'll see here in a minute that last little bit just kind of breaks off, but I just push it together as I'm gluing it on. Then I paint it, go over it with Extreme Guard satin, which is a top coat, and then I didn't show that part, but and then I'm taking this glaze called by Paint Couture called Van Dyke Brown, and I just put a coat on. And you want the Extreme Guard to be on first so that you can wipe it back and get the look that you want. And so here I am. This recorded at top speed and I didn't realize it was recording this fast, but then I put my little own logo stamp on the bottom, and there we have it. We have our crate all done, and I think it turned out so sweet. I appreciate it if you would just leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and tell me what kind of things you would like to see in videos. But thank you for joining me today. God loves you so much, and we'll see you next time.